Language is often a central question in post-colonial studies during colonization, because the colonizers usually impose their language onto the people they colonized, forbidding natives to speak their mother tongues. In some cases, colonizers systematically provided a native language. So the language as a communication and as a culture is the product of each other and language carriers culture, and culture carriers particularly show right and literature the entire body of values by which we perceive ourselves and our place in the world. Because the language is a big vehicle to understand culture, speaking a second language and experience its culture allows students to better understand and appreciate other cultures. Accordingly, bilinguals are typically more welcoming of diversity, whether cultural or linguistic, than their monolingual counterparts.
What makes a language prestigious? There are several factors that can contribute to a language being perceived as prestigious. So the first point is historical and cultural significance. The second point is economic and political power. And the third point is education and intellectualism. So how does bilingualism affect the economy? So bilingualism can have a significant impact on the economy in several ways. For example, improve business and job relationships, increase jobs opportunities, increase productivity, cost savings, and improve innovation and creativity. What makes a language prestigious? There are several factors that can contribute to a language being perceived as prestigious. So the first point is historical and cultural significance. The second point is economic and political power. And the third point is education and intellectualism.
The problem of bilingual education in Colombia is that the English language is outside of context. The people who want to learn English or who want to speak English only can apply it in academically context. In schools, universities, centers of learning, the rest is so difficult and it's impossible because the people who learn and know English in Colombia only apply it when read, listen and write, but the speaking is so minute. Around the context, all people is monolingual because they speak Spanish, and if you learn English is to apply it in the job, in a profession, to graduate from your career, but it's outside of the real context in the street. When you want to buy something, you can't apply the language. It's so discontextual. For only reason, English is for people who study, but people for the street don't apply English. In Colombia, we would address bilingual education as a more personalized learning because there are any standards of how to become bilingual, but in the reality it's so different. You think that the beginner is shy. There aren't theories who support the guiding and the development of English learning in the teenagers and adults. For the reason it's too difficult, it's so difficult for a person who want to learn English from an age more advanced to learn English as a beginner to an intermediate. For that reason, as I said before, it's so difficult, and the solution to this would be to do more programs to cyber adults and people who don't have the opportunity to study and do a career, or have the opportunity to become bilingual, to apply it in travel and general culture. English would be a language that all people would know for interact with multicultural tourists, for example. But it's impossible because the English language in Colombia is a prestige to the people who have economical and educational way to develop for themselves. To promote an effective use of the bilingual education in Colombia would be more inclusive because the English and the English courses are seen in Colombia as a business, a way of generating money for a certain group of people who is studying. But the people who don't have the opportunity to study, the people who want to learn, who want to develop in their own country, English is not an option because we don't have the purpose of being bilingual. Bilingual is for people who want to study, and it's unjust. The core purpose would be to access a course in a free way. English courses for all the people around the country who want to learn English. But it's the contrary in this country. For the reason it would be more inclusive because English is money to be a dominant language around the world, but in our country is opposite. We consider monolingual because the people who want to learn English and learn English apply it outside in a foreign space, not here.